evening. You're watching Look Up TV. My name is Louis. It's time for the news.
The news headlines in association with
Tonight in Look Up News, striking Kenya Airways pilots told they have to go back to work. Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baraza is still being grilled on corruption allegations.
The evidence I shall give before this committee on the matter under its consideration shall be the truth.
IG nominee Jafet Kome insists he will make police a better unit.
Serikali haina uangalifu. Kama ingekuwa na uangalifu, ile ni sali moja na yenye alipiga nduru wangekuwa wamefika.
OCPD, DCI na timu yao yote, security yote kwa jumla ya Kakamega, please waimarike.
A security guard found dead in Kakamega after a very brutal murder.
Yippee! Kamata floating at 349K. Oh yes, for only 349,000 Kenyan shillings, you become a plot owner at the Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki. The Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki is located along the Nanyuki-Rumuruti Road, only 11 minutes from the Cedar Mall and right opposite Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate. This is the best place to establish the getaway home that you have always dreamt about. For every 349,000 that you deposit or pay as installment towards any of Optiven's plot of land, you get 10K cash back instantly. Jaza basi twende Nanyuki. Bigger is indeed better.
The Employment and Labor Relations Court has directed striking Kenya Airways pilots to call off their strike and resume work tomorrow, 6 o'clock in the morning. In a ruling delivered today by Justice Anna Maure, she directed the KQ management to allow the pilots to do their work without harassment. Shadra Kareria has a story.
Thousands of travelers who have been stranded for 4 days at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport now has a reason to smile after the court came to their aid.
From the parties.
This is after the court directed the striking pilots to end their industrial action and get back to work first thing on Wednesday morning.
The respondent members, and especially the Kenya Airways pilots, will resume their duties as pilots by 6 a.m. on 9th November 2022 unconditional.
Lady Justice Anna Maure also directed the KQ management to allow the pilot do their duties without harassment or disciplinary action pending the determination of the matter.
The applicants KQ to allow the pilots to perform their duties without harassing them or intimidating them, and especially by not taking any disciplinary action against any of them pending the hearing and determination of these suits.
In the ruling, Justice Maure considered the law says that the KQ airline will make if the parties are granted 7 days mediation period, as the pilots had requested. The pilots and the KQ management have been trading accusation, with CALPA accusing the airline of failing to honor collective bargaining agreement CBA. On the other hand, KQ termed the pilot strike as illegal, accusing them of holding passengers and the Kenyan economy at ransom through the strike.
You cannot be held hostage. Actually, this is a very dangerous trend. If we allow this to happen in every sector, we as a country will be in trouble. We cannot allow a few people, just because of lack of understanding or being selfish, to hold the country hostage.
For the last 4 days since the beginning of their strike, thousands of travelers have remained stranded at JKIA.
So my father is an 80-year-old gentleman. We were meant to fly to London today. We've been trying to get updates the last couple of days, and unfortunately, I think the staff have been overwhelmed. There was a lack of clarity and any details. So we arrived for our flight today, which we were told was cancelled. And we're waiting to see the way forward if we can have another flight take us to London.
For the fourth day in the strike, travelers are still stranded here at JK International Airport, now calling on the KQ and KALPA to negotiate to solve their matters so that they can proceed with their journeys. Reporting for Look Up TV from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi, my name is Shadrach Kareria.
The endemic corruption within the police and heightened insecurity in the northern parts of Kenya featured significantly in the vetting exercise for the next Inspector General of Police. Japheth Koome, nominated by President William Ruto to replace Hilary Mutyambai, has assured the nation he will deal firmly with the corruption menace, in addition to bringing to an end insecurity cases in the country. Not another pipe dream, we can only hope.
When he appeared before a joint House committee for vetting to fill the vacant position left by Hilary Mutyambai, Japheth Koome fielded tough questions on how he will deal with a myriad of issues that has historically marooned the national security.
They know their mandate.
The panel tasking him to explain in detail how he will deal with the corruption menace in the police force that continues to taint the image of the service.
Is there anything that you can do to eradicate alleged endemic and systemic corruption in the service? Tell the people of Kenya your commitment and your strategy.
You have been asked questions on corruption and what you do to curb corruption in the police force. I think when the new CS for Internal Security was sworn in, he said that one of the things he would want to see is policemen wearing trousers without pockets. Is this sufficient? Is this sufficient? Or do you think there's more that you can do to inculcate personal integrity?
I intend to go further, engage the service, have a discussion with the service commanders, so that we can have a reward mechanism to the members of the public. So that any member of the public is out there, he captures a police officer receiving even a cent. That evidence is presented to us. Then there is a reward to that member of the public.
On the sensitive issue of cattle rustling that has left scores dead, as well as displacement of families, Koome was tasked to explain how he will bring to an end the perennial insecurity, especially in the volatile regions, to secure the nation.
If we continue pursuing these youths, who at the end of the day get very little out of that enterprise, and we are leaving out the loans, we shall not get anywhere. Chair, co-chair, members, senators, if you approve my nomination, I'll come back to this committee so that livestock clustering is treated as a terrorist act. That way, any livestock lot or we shall arrest will go to jail for life.
His service as the commander in the Nairobi region came into focus. Koome required to respond to accusations of violations of human rights leveled against him by one Zaina Kombo.
I served for 31 years with clean record of service. I've even submitted to this committee my appraisal reports, appraised by the IG, appraised by the DIG, and you see the score. Look at that appraisal. I've submitted two, last year and the other one, and the score is none below 94%. Where the IG has said that this is a recipient officer. The IG has mentioned, he has stated, this officer is able to shoulder added responsibility.
The report of the vetting process will be forwarded to President William Ruto for formal appointment if members are in agreement that Koome has what it takes to lead the country as the next police boss. Henry Tende, Look Up TV.
Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa spent 12 hours at the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission offices being questioned over corruption allegations during his tenure at Kenya Electricity Transmission Company.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that today I decided to heed the call by ESCC just to clarify on a few issues regarding the project which I am very happy to be associated with. That is Lake Turkana Wind. This is a project that put Kenya on the global map. We are now getting electricity from wind from Lake Turkana because of the transmission line, which I was the key person implementing the line. So the issues I've come to confirm here is I believe in accountability as a public officer, and I will always even come anytime I'm required. Right now I'm a governor. Anytime I'm required by any office to clarify on issues, I'll always honor that invitation. So far, there are many officers who are being invited here. So it's not a Baraza Fernandez affair. And that's why I just wanted to confirm that this is not a Fernandez Baraza affair. It is not political. There are many officers who have come here. My former PS was here, the acting CEO was here, and many other officers will come here to clarify the issues with regard to project and the role they played in the project.
A family in Kakamega County is crying for justice after their son was attacked by unknown persons while on his way home from work at 5 in the morning. The deceased was rushed to Kakamega Referral Hospital, where he finally succumbed to his injuries. His family is now blaming doctors for negligence.
The deceased, who worked as a night guard in one of the clubs in Kakamega County, met his untimely death when he was attacked by unknown persons at around 5 a.m. in the morning. According to his family, the deceased left his place of work after feeling unwell when he was attacked.
Nilipata kijana amepasuliwa, ameumizwa, wamemjeruhi kabisa, hasa upande wa kichwa. Na sehemu zingine za mwili zilikuwa kama mgongo, mabega na mengineyo. Nyuma sana alikuwa amekatwa kichwa, alikuwa amekata sehemu ya hapa ya chini ya shingo, alikuwa amepigwa kabisa na chuma na vyuma kwa kichwa na hizi mabega.
Mimi nina machungu, hata hatujakaa miaka 2. Kuna ndugu yetu pia alipigwa akauawa, alikufa kifo cha uchungu, lakini hakuna chochote chenye kiliendelea pale.
The family has however blamed the doctors from Kakamega Referral Hospital for negligence that led to the demise of their son.
Na ndazungumzia kuhusu health Kakamega Referral General Referral. Wako na utepetevu sana madaktari. Mtu hawezi kuwa na kufa, mnataka alipe kwanza. Mumshughulikie kwa sababu hiyo mtu pengine watu wako wako karibu. Ndugu yangu nimesikia ndugu yangu amekuwa hapo almost 1 hour, hakuna kumshughulikia. Wanauliza maswali zenye hazina maana. Naomba bwana gavana wetu, bwana Fernandez Baraza, tunaumia. Jaribu fanya jambo katika hospitali hiyo. Inaonekana ni hospitali kubwa lakini hakuna kitu inafanya.
Malon Alando, Look Up TV.
That takes us into a short break. You're watching Look Up News. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Yippee! Kamata ploti na 349K. Oh yes, for only 349,000 Kenyan shillings, you become a plot owner at the Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki. The Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki is located along the Nanyuki-Rumuruti Road, only 11 minutes from the Cedar Mall and right opposite Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate. This is the best place to establish the getaway home that you have always dreamt about. For every 349,000 that you deposit or pay as installment towards any of Optiven's plot of land, you get 10K cash back instantly. Jaza basi twende Nanyuki. Bigger is indeed better.
A sigh of relief for Margaret Njoki and her family after the Nakuru County government has come to her rescue, offering to fund her cancer treatment.
For Margaret Njoki and her family, the county government of Nakuru might have just relieved them of an enormous burden. Margaret has been suffering from cancer for 4 years now, and hopes of getting treatment had faded after she failed to raise funds required for her chemotherapy treatment.
Nimekuwa mgonjwa kwa muda na mguu ndio mgonjwa. Nilipata tumor kwa thigh 2018 na nikafanyiwa operation Naivasha 2019. Baada ya kukaa mwaka mmoja na nusu ikarudi. 2020 December nikaanza kuforo Kenyatta. Nimekuwa nikiforo Kenyatta, nimefanywa radiotherapy, chemotherapy kwa mwaka mmoja na miezi kama 3 hivi. Sikuwa nimefanywa radiotherapy juu wakati tulienda huko tuliambiwa machini imeharibika.
Seeking to find help, a close family friend approached the governor, and little did they know that this will be the turning point to Margaret's story. The county government ordered to fully fund her treatment at the newly opened cancer center in Nakuru town. Margaret's family have commended the Nakuru County government for their assistance and now hopefully wait to see their loved one get their life back together. John Omari, Look Up TV.
Right, this is tricky and will involve a lot of discussion. It will start now, probably take a while to end, but this is how it begins. In just 60 days after President William Ruto took the oath of office, a new situation seems to be coming up within the United Democratic Alliance after Fafi Member of Parliament Salah Yakub has hinted at plans by members of Parliament to revoke presidential term limits. Ian Ketanyi tells us more.
The Member of Parliament Salah Yakub was elected on a UDA ticket, has indicated that the Kenya Kwanza allied members of Parliament are in talks to scrap off the 2-term limit, translating to 10 years, and replace that with an age limit of 75 years for anyone who wants to vie for the highest office in the land. His sentiments has caused a lot of uproar, with various Kenyans airing their views on the same. The United Democratic Alliance, through its Twitter account, stated that, and I quote, "The party has not been part of any discussions in regard to term limits, and the remarks by Fafi MP are a product of fertile imagination." UDA chairperson Johnston Muthama, Kakamega Senator Boni Halwale, and lawyer Miguna castigated the Fafi lawmaker for his sentiments, with Molo MP Kimani Kuria assuring Yakub that no government-allied member of parliament will support his recommendations. City lawyer Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi and businessman Hamed Mohammed, also known as Asmali, called out the lawmaker, saying that his constituents are grappling with more serious issues, including poverty and banditry attacks. With various Kenyans airing their views on Twitter, some of them supported the Fafi lawmaker led by Senate Majority Leader and Kericho Senator Aaron Cheriot, who tweeted, and I quote, "The Fafi MP's proposal is well within his right. Kenya is a democracy and freedom of speech and thought is cardinal to it." With all the uproar after Salah's sentiments, the question remains, was Jacob Salah airing his own views, or are there plans in place to amend the constitution? Ian Keitani, Look Up TV.
Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Mashogu has now demanded, or rather denied, earlier remarks on the government ending university funding programs. This comes at a time when Kenyans continue raising complaints on the CS's remarks, noting that it will be impossible for most parents to see their children through these institutions of higher learning, as Samia Dika reports.
After Ezekiel Machogu, Education CS said that the government is likely to cut down university funding. Education stakeholders across the country have continued to raise concerns regarding his remarks.
Kutokana na hali ya dunia hii, watu wengi wanategemea ushuru wanaotoa ili waende wagawe kuelekea kwa education, nyingine inaenda kilimo, nyingine inaenda barabara, nyingine inaenda nini. Na ile ambayo inaenda kwenye idara yake hiyo ambayo ni ya elimu. Kwa nini anataka kuelekeza hiyo pesa wapi?
Nandi residents have noted that parents with children in institutions of higher learning are likely not to afford fees of higher education as the economy continues surging as the days goes by.
And you know what the government of Kenya has been doing? Helping them through these help loans and funding the universities. And you know where we are now and where we have come from. Please, 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 please. 90% of our university students are from very, very poor backgrounds.
Baraton University lecturer Cesar Wamalika has however supported the sentiments by the Education CES, noting that it is most likely to end the traditional poor financial management in the higher learning institutions.
Alilopendekeza yule mkuu wa elimu haikuwa kwamba wanafunzi hawatapewa msaada wa pesa, haikuwa hivyo. Ilikuwa watu wanafikiria kwamba sasa wanafunzi wataachwa hivyo. Mimi siamini hiyo. Mimi naamini kwamba muda umefika ambapo lazima serikali pia iangalie jinsi elimu ya chuo kikuu inavyoendeshwa.
As these debates continue across the country, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has today come out strongly to assure the country of the government's dedication to improve the sector that has faced much controversy, especially after the introduction of CBC. Samia Dika, Look Up TV.
A semblance of order elsewhere. Machakos County Assembly today approved all the 10 CECs nominated by their governor, Otieno. The approved list was later presented to the governor by the Speaker of the County Assembly, Ann Kiusya.
Machakos Governor Otieno has thanked the County Assembly for approving all her nominees for the CEC positions, saying it was a big step for her administration and it would help in speeding her development goals.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank you so much with the County Assembly. Mumetupitishia ma-CEC wetu. Kazi ilikuwa mzito sana kwangu, lakini kutoka sasa kazi itakuwa rahisi. Nawashukuru sana, na hata nyinyi mumeniambia when you are vetting them, muliona ni watu wanaweza kufanya kazi. And I want to assure you, hawa nimewapatia kama ma-CEC ni wachapa kazi na ni watu wanapenda watu.
Elsewhere, 11 passengers are nursing serious injuries in different Kiambu hospitals after they survived a grisly road accident in Kirigiti along Kiambu-Nairobi Road. Confirming the incident, Kiambu Police Commander Mohamed Badel has said they have arrested the driver of the Toyota Prado, while the wreckage of the two cars have been taken to the Kiambu Police Station.
Jeruhi karibu wote wenye walikuwa kwa basi walipelekwa kwenda kwa check-up, na kuna makanga na driver wako ndani ya gari walikuwa wanaongea na basi nyingine yenye ilikuwa hapo kando, Sasa hii wakati ilikuzana na hii iliwafinyilia. Hao sasa ndio tuliona kama wameumia sana sababu wamevunjika miguu.
Finally, the Secretary General of the Kenya Union of Special Needs Education Teachers, KUSNET, James Torom, has asked the Minister of Education, Ezekiel Machogu, to withdraw his statement that the government will not fund universities. Torom has said these will make most students from poor backgrounds drop out of schools.
So we are asking the CS Education, Mr. Machogu, to withdraw the statement which he issued last week that the government is going to withdraw the funding. We know the little funding which have been given to our university have of much assistance to our learners. So for him now to withdraw that little funding, it means majority of the learners from the poor background are going to drop out of the school.
Edwin John Mokora, Look Up TV.
Vinya and Eddie, please go across and help your fellow Governor Mwangaza. That name is a contradiction of what is happening in Meru right now. Separately, the Kenya Revenue Authority is confident it will meet its annual revenue targets from sin tax, despite lawmakers shooting down some of its major proposals. This comes in a move set by the taxman to collect 297.2 billion from excise duty.